everybody, and good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Today we're going to do what we've been doing on these Fridays, where we go over and talk about our book of the month. And so, in the month of February, we have been going through and reading through this book called Life Beyond Fear, a powerful, powerful book that I believe is going to be important for our lives. One of the reasons why we are doing this concept of the book of the month is because I believe that the way that we're able to get to the destination, the places that we want to in life, is we have to start to transform the way that we think and transform the information by the information that we obtain and that we gain. And so today, what I want to do is I want to just hit this very quickly. I don't want to be before you long. I really want these times that we are together on the book of the month to be no longer than about 10 to 15, well, 10 minutes. I want to be hit about 10 minutes. So we're going to dive right into this. So again, this book of the month is Life Beyond Fear, is the book that we are dealing with. And the link, if you have not already gotten your copy, the link is in the description and the show notes that you can be able to gain and get so you can be able to jump and read in this book. So the chapter that I actually want to hit on is a question, really more so. But this is the name of the chapter. It's called "Is There Pain in Death?" And throughout this chapter, I believe is a very powerful chapter. This book, in and of itself, is very powerful. But there's something specific that I want to be able to look at this morning that I believe will help transform our thought process about something. It really made me look at or change my perspective on this statement. So normally we hear this when we're talking about, specifically when we're talking about death, right? Normally we hear this statement, rest in peace, RIP, rest in peace, whoever that person is. And we normally attribute this concept or this thought process only to people that have passed away. And so what I want to do is I want to read a little portion of it, and then I'll hit the thought process that I have, and then we'll go about our beautiful day. So this is what it says. It's on page 28. It says, usually when we hear the term rest in peace, we think of dying. However, to rest in peace, one need not to experience physical death. We can rest in peace while living because the abundant life of Jesus starts with having his peace. So basically, to sum it up, we don't have to have the concept of stating or living in peace or resting in peace. We don't have to have this concept only when we have had physical death. No, the reality of it is, and this is the thought process that I end up gaining through this, through my reading or through going through this chapter, is if God says that he is peace and that he gives unto us peace that passeth all understanding, then we don't have to wait to gain peace or gain this type of peace. I think the statement that we're making, or if we break down this statement, rest in peace, that means we're resting in a peaceful state. So when we're making the statement RIP, rest in peace, we're saying you're resting in a peaceful state. Now, peace, again, talking about this context, peace that passeth all understanding, means this peace is not moved because of outward circumstances. Because if we're using this based upon the statement that we've been using it for, then that means that the people that have passed away can't be resting in peace. Because why? Because life around them is still chaotic. There are still things going on in the world. So even though they are not physically here, there's things that are still happening in the spiritual world that they are now currently in. So when we're saying rest in peace, it's a statement that we both can live in at the same time. We can rest in peace. Rest is settling in. It's to lay back in. It's to sit in. Matter of fact, let me do this while I'm on here. I'm gonna pull it up. I wasn't even thinking about this until just now, but I want to make sure that we understand what this is. Rest, according to Merriam-Webster's dictionary, is freedom from activity or labor. I'm going to read it again. Merriam-Webster Dictionary states that rest is freedom from activity or labor. So in that statement, we both can have rest. We can rest currently. We can have freedom from laboring, stressing over, worrying about things that, probably being very honest, that we might not can change, or we might not can be able to adjust or fix. We don't have the control to make these things be fixed in the way that we want. Or so we can rest currently. So rest in peace. The peace that passeth all understanding. Rest in that. You can do this now. And this is what helped me while I'm reading this, because it allowed me to be able to understand that if we're only allowing or making a statement to the people that are passed away for them to rest in peace, then the question that I ask myself is, how are you? One, do you have peace? And if you don't have peace, that's one thing that we need to figure out and find out why. But then the other thing is, if you have peace, then rest in it. Just relax, sit back, enjoy it, be in peace. So I say to you today, as we go continually through this book, we only got a few more weeks before the end of this month. Matter of fact, I think we only got one more week before the end of this month, and we should be through this book and be starting on a new book in next month. And I can't wait for that book personally as well. But one of the things that I want to make sure that today, that let's take some time to examine it. Do you have peace? Because you can't rest in something you don't have. Here, and I want you to understand, it's not that you can't get peace. It's not that you can't get it. So we can obtain peace. I just want you to rest in it. I want you to get peace. I want you to rest in that peace. So then you and I can live in a peaceful state. I love you all. I did good today on my time. You have a great Friday. Enjoy your weekend. And I'll see you this Monday at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, right here on the Focus on Greatness podcast, where we're doing something great, because we're all resting in peace.